And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Michigan Wolverines. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Hurricanes ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Quarterback keeper. 7-yard pickup on that one. It's now 2nd and 3.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Got room to work. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
It's a fumble on the play. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Caught. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Skips away from pressure. Hauls it in. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
To the air on first down. He's got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Running inside. It's Marshall. Tackled there by the defense.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. It's on target and complete. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. That can be a momentum builder to convert your first third down and also get your quarterback in a rhythm throwing the slant.
That's so nice. You always want to do that. You want to start the game in a good rhythm, get your quarterback comfortable. Slants are easy timing routes. Get a first down. Now maybe open it up even more.
Here's Underwood to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Buchanan. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that play.
139 Albatross. Here we go.
Play action with Underwood. Now rolling to the left. Got him downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
And that was pretty good initial defense, man. I think they understood what he was trying to do, but that second play, the QB scramble, once he gets outside of the pocket, and then just the feel for the big fella to understand where to get to. They were on the same page and now set up with an awesome situation, 1st and goal for this offense.
The Wolverines trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines!
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone. It's Pringle. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Here's Mensah to throw. Rushes on him. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Wide open downfield. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
And for the majority of the offseason, we thought Mensah was going to be starting for Duke in the offseason saga that happened. Obviously, a lot went into it. But here's what you know about Miami quarterbacks in recent history. Cam Ward, the #1 pick. Carson Beck, a lot of experience coming in. Now Darren Mensah comes in. Miami finds the guy. They have to have that spot covered. And Palmer, they got a really good one.
They have been able to reload. And for anybody that didn't know Darian Mensah and where he started, just look back to his film just 2 years ago at Tulane when he's absolutely lighting up for the American, wins an ACC championship at Duke, and now filling in for Carson Beck and a team that just went to a national championship. But this is a guy with tons of talent. They think there will be no drop-off at the QB spot. They've got their eyes set on taking one step further this time to win it all.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chain. On the snap, it's Fletcher. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
Well, that was a big 3rd down to get for the offense because their defense is gassed after that last drive, and they could not afford to fail and have to punt and put their defense back out on the field. So I know that wasn't a home run touchdown, but it's fine. You got the 1st down, and now your defense is breathing a little bit easier on the sideline.
With the catch, it's Vaughn. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
Well, everybody knew this guy was going to get his touches coming into this game, considering he's one of the better receivers in the country. And to start it off, the offense was actually looking the other way. They were looking for other guys to make big plays, but finally they got the opportunity. They were able to find some space to get their best receiver the football. And guys, that's not going to be the last time. Defense has done a nice job taking it away from them up to this point. The question, though, can they keep it up?
And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played 1 quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's got an open man. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Looking downfield on first down. Got a wide open receiver. Touchdown, Canes! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
He'll bring it out. It's Chambers. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Underwood. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It'll be third and long. To the air, it's Underwood. Get it out on the screen. Still on his feet at the 35. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense in a bunch formation. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Punts it out of the air. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Forced out of the pocket. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, and really nice job by the defender. Listen, a pull route's hard to defend. It's hard to get in front of that guy because he's curling back to the quarterback, but he did a good job not getting pass interference, getting around his body, and knocking the ball to the ground.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
Dumps it to the back. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. He takes it in. Touchdown. Michigan. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense too now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Pringle. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel...
Time to take a shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And, man, he was just like, forget that, guys. I'm getting this back on one play. Like, obviously, the big decision last drive, makes the mistake that goes all the way back to the house, and it looked to me like I want it all back. We're going to get the momentum right now. Defense ready, made a stand, made a nice play.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Firing to the right, complete. Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this third down. Looking to throw for it. Fires left. It's caught. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Well, when we talk Miami and their ability to throw it, it all starts and ends with Malachi Tony and what he did on some of the biggest stages a year ago as a true freshman, right? He just had that game-breaking speed. You just want to find ways to get this young player the football because he's a home run waiting to happen. They've got a lot of other talent surrounding him, but he is the focal point of their ability to throw on the rock.
And I can't tell you how impressed I was with him. And not just catching the football, not the short stuff, the long stuff, the blocking. Like the consummate pro. That kid came in as a freshman and looked like he was a 21-year-old veteran. Like,
snags it at the 30 and still running. And the Canes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. He wants to throw it again. Under fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Using his legs, it's Pringle. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They're working that left side. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing, Underwood. Caught over the middle. It's Marshall. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. That's reeled in, it's Marshall. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Now the Wolverines call a timeout, it's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. It'll be a gain of 6. That's up 2nd and 4. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Six-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Quarterback may change this route. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And they did tack on the extra point. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. He unleashes a long one. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. On the run, fires downfield. This time on target. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Going for the big play. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. Our first stop is with Kansas State taking on the number 24 team, the Tulane Green Wave.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone.
And it's Kansas State coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
Wants to throw on first down.
That gets their record to 3.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Smashes through another broken tackle. Oh, that was a terrific return as he takes it to the 9.
And you can't start the half any better than that. You talk about going in, making halftime adjustments, talking about what they did. It looks like they knew exactly what they were going to do. Come out, read the pass, break on the football, make the pick, and draw first blood here in the 3rd quarter.
And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. In the red area, it's Marshall. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Starting to feel a little pressure. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up 1 on the play.
You know, in these goal line situations, the field starts to shrink. It's easier to key in on these guys that you know can fly at the quarterback spot. Defense was locked in. Nice job on the 3rd and goal.
The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2.
Ready. Blue 30. Blue 30. Kill.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way.
Other scores from around the country.
And the field goal unit is on the field.
University of New Haven, 7.
He splits the uprights, and that will extend their lead even further.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
Coming out with it, it's Pringle. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Wants to fire on second down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit. And you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver at his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And the returner is stopped. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Going for the big play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. So, guys, we'll see this offense again.
Here we go. Ready. Ready, go.
To the air on 1st down. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hansen. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but you got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between the hip.
Snags it, and there's running room. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside a wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the 2nd half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
The screen, and watch out. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. We'll start this fourth quarter as they line up for the field goal try. Oh, they blocked the kick. He didn't get it, and what a stop by this defense to get the football back.
I mean, if you're on defense, finally something good happens. It just hasn't been a great day. You've been giving up a ton of yards. You've given up some points. At least you get this field goal block. And listen, for coaching staffs, you got to find silver linings in games like this to get your team back on the field next time playing their best.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snatches it on the right. Electrifying play, and man, are they set up now at the 32-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking for the score. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40. After making the pick, he took it the other way, and he's dragged down at the 19.
And that is a massive momentum-shifting play that completely flips the field. Offense is in the red zone. Bad decision, poor throw. It gets picked off. And how about the return all the way back to the opponent's red zone? That was incredible.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Unloads quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Here's Underwood to throw. Got his man. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Switch it.
They'll go with a direct snap. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
Using his feet. Touchdown, Michigan! And the punishment has been extended. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to... And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game, and now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Fires toward the target. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll go right back to the run. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out because this wasn't a great day. And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard 8-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on first down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Strong, firm tackle.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense. And this offense would have taken a lot more of that today. It's been a rough day. Let's call a spade a spade. They haven't played like we've seen them play in the past. And this offense needs to find the run game, needs to find a little bit more balance, create some explosive plays on the ground, because today was not a day they're going to look back, watch the tape, and be impressed.
Both of these